Hey everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have some exciting news to share with you. WANG and SHEN just dropped a revelation that absolutely no one saw coming, and fans are spiraling. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single jaw-dropping update on your favorite stars. Because trust me, this one is going to have everyone talking for weeks. If you thought the chemistry between them in Meteor Garden was just good acting, well, you might want to sit down for this. For years, fans have speculated. The stolen glances, the backstage giggles, the off-screen banter, there's always been something between them that didn't quite feel scripted. But until now, it was just wishful thinking, a fantasy held by millions of viewers who couldn't let go of Dao Mingxi and Dong Shankai. And now, out of nowhere, a bombshell revelation changes everything. So here's what went down. In a recent joint interview, one that started off totally normal, Dylan was asked about his past roles and if any of his on-screen relationships ever felt a little too real. He laughed, paused for a second, looked directly at SHEN, and said, "There was one, and I think she knows." SHEN turned bright red, looked away, and mumbled, "I knew you were going to say that." The energy between them? Electric. That single moment set the internet on fire. Clips of the interview flooded every platform, from YouTube to TikTok to Weibo. Fans were zooming in on their body language, decoding every word, every facial expression. And then SHEN added, "I think a lot of our scenes felt real, because, at the time, they were." That's when everyone lost it. Were they saying what we think they were saying? The interview didn't stop there. The host, clearly sensing the shift in tone, leaned in and asked, "Are you saying you had real feelings for each other during filming?" Dylan smiled and nodded, and without missing a beat, SHEN added, "Maybe still do." "That's right," she said it. "Still do." You could hear the silence in the room, followed by nervous laughter, and then a complete shift in tone as they admitted they've stayed close all these years. Not just as friends, but as something more. They didn't use the word dating. They didn't label it. But what they did say was this: they've always supported each other, trusted each other, and that the bond they formed while filming Meteor Garden never really went away. According to Dylan, "You can't fake what we had." Not entirely. SHEN agreed, saying, "Some roles leave a mark. Some people leave a mark." Dylan did both. Fans have been waiting for years for a moment like this. And while they didn't confirm a relationship in the traditional sense, this revelation was enough. Enough to send fandoms into chaos, enough to make old interviews resurface, and enough to make people rewatch the series with totally different eyes. And the timing? Kind of suspicious. Both Dylan and SHEN have been unusually active on social media lately. Shared playlists, inside jokes and captions. Even a cryptic Instagram story with the words, "Some feelings never fade," posted just days before the interview. Were they preparing us for this? Dropping hints? Or is this just the beginning of something bigger? One thing's for sure, this wasn't a PR stunt. Their body language spoke louder than words. That slight hesitation, the nervous smiles, the way Dylan looked at her like she was the only person in the room, that's not something you can rehearse. That's real. And fans, whether they're longtime shippers or casual viewers, felt it in their bones. Now, the question on everyone's mind, what comes next? Will they go public with their relationship? Are they working on a new project together? Or was this a one-time reveal, a glimpse into something that happened behind the scenes and now finally sees the light? Whatever the case may be, one thing is clear, WANG and SHEN just changed the narrative. They took control of their story and gave fans a moment they'll never forget. So, if you've been shipping them since day one, congratulations. You were right. If you're new to the fandom, welcome. And if you're still trying to process everything, you're not alone. We're all in shock here. Keep your eyes peeled, because this story? It's just getting started. Now, let's talk about what's really been going on behind the scenes, because once this revelation dropped, fans started connecting dots from years back. There's that infamous wrap party photo where Dylan and Shin were spotted sitting just a little too close. Or that fan-taken video from a hotel lobby in 2020, remember that? Both of them walking out minutes apart, wearing matching hoodies. At the time, people dismissed it as coincidence. But now? Nothing feels like a coincidence anymore. And the interviews, so many interviews. The way Dylan always smiled when someone brought up Shin. The way Shin once said, "Some people bring out your best side without even trying." Everyone thought she was being poetic. Turns out, she might have just been being honest. It's almost as if they've been telling us all along, but we weren't ready to believe it. What's even more interesting is how their careers kept crossing paths. Whether it was variety show appearances, joint endorsements, or random behind-the-scenes clips shared by staff, they've always circled back to each other. Even when working on separate dramas, they'd mention each other in passing. Just subtle enough to avoid suspicion, but clear enough that fans felt it. And now, in hindsight, it all clicks. And get this, one fan dug up an old interview from 2019, where Shin was asked what kind of person she'd date in real life. She said, "Someone who challenges me but makes me laugh, someone with a strong screen presence and a soft heart." At the time, everyone joked, so basically Dylan Wang? And now? We're starting to wonder if she was low-key confirming it all along. Then there's Dylan. He's always been more guarded, more playful when it comes to these kinds of questions. But there was one moment, one that fans now see in a new light. In a 2022 Q&A, someone asked if he believed in fate. He paused, looked straight at the camera, and said, "I think some people are meant to meet." Again and again, in different ways. At the time, people thought he was just being philosophical. Now? It feels like a confession. And here's the twist, sources close to the two have started to speak anonymously. One insider claimed they've always been more than friends. Even when the cameras were off, their connection was undeniable. They just didn't want to make it public too soon. That same source hinted that the two are considering going public officially, if they feel fans are ready to accept it. Well, judging by the absolute meltdown on social media, fans are way past ready. Hashtags like hashtag Dylan and Shin and hashtag Meteor Garden Real Life have been trending non-stop. TikTok edits, reaction videos, even fanfiction, everything's come roaring back like we're in 2018 all over again. Only this time, it's not just fantasy. But this also raises bigger questions. How do celebrities navigate private feelings in such a public world? How much are they allowed to keep for themselves? And when they finally do open up, what does it cost? And again, don't forget to subscribe, because the next twist might come sooner than you think.